Hey folks, it's December 16th, the 16th or 17th day of Advent, depending on when you start counting, and 8 days to go till Christmas Eve. I don't know whether to call this the Advent group build anymore. It's very likely this becomes the 12 Days of Christmas build, which I mentioned the other day. I was going to start this off by saying I'm going to hold off on the postmortem until after I finish, whenever that may be. And then I thought, you better check actually the definition of that word postmortem. Now, the primary definition is an investigation of a corpse to determine the cause of death. In other words, an autopsy. But the secondary meaning is an investigation after something considered unsuccessful, especially used of meetings, games and sports, software development, and projects of any kind. Golly, I wonder if that definition was generated by AI. Well, I certainly don't want to write off this project as unsuccessful yet, but I've got to say 16 days in, I still don't know whether I love it or hate it, that being the kit and the build, because my emotions vary depending on where I am on this build. I thought I had finished all of the fiddly stuff the other day, and then I started work on the engine cowling. Just 5 pieces, a top, a bottom, a front, and 2 sides, and it was fiddly as all get out. I think my blood pressure is back to normal. It's on. I'm pretty happy about it. Now, dare I say I think all the fiddly stuff is done? Actually, there isn't that much left to do. Control horns for the tail assembly area. Obviously the cabane struts, the wing struts, putting on the top wing, doing all the rigging, the landing gear, oh yeah, the cockpit canopy, and a few other odds and ends, but not that much in the scheme of things. Transfers, I'm going to say decals, since this is an RCAF trainer. Let's pronounce this sheet the way most of my Canadian friends do. So I'm using these decals here. Now, my experience already has been less than optimal with the little decals that came out of that triangle. I'm hoping the big ones won't be as problematic, but that's all I've got. So that's what we're going to be using on here. Okay, one of my goals since I switched high-speed internet service and found out that my upload times have quadrupled is to keep my videos under 5 minutes, which I didn't succeed in doing in the last 2. This one, we're at the 3:30 mark now. Time to finish. Okay, cowling on. I've made a recap of what's left to be done. In theory, that shouldn't take anywhere near 8 or 9 more days, but it probably will. And at that point, I guess it'll just be a summation. Hopefully I won't be doing a postmortem to let you know how I feel about the whole thing. I do wish I'd had more time. If I hadn't done this starting out as a group build, I definitely would have been doing weathering on the wings. And now I know I wouldn't have used a rattle can. But it is what it is, and it's okay, and we'll go from there. More reports later on. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for watching, folks.